Went to Home Depot and we bought the pipes and we spent the next week building out potato guns. Super fun. And then the next Monday I was back in school and I remember sitting there thinking about my business, and all of a sudden I had the epiphany, like the light bulb moment, where I was like, I wonder if anyone else besides me was searching for potato guns this week. I don't know. And I searched, and there were about 18,000 people a month searching for potato gun plans and spud guns. And I was like, that's it, that's gonna be my business. I'm gonna potato gun expert. First, it was just a tool for me. Like, that was really the initial goal of ClickFunnels. Like, and then after I started using it and I was having success, I was like, we have to make this a tool for everyone. Like, it'll free all entrepreneurs. My initial goal is not to make you $1 billion. My initial goal is to get you to break even. Now you have a tool that will consistently all day long give you free customers. I want you to do it now while you're in the moment, while you remember why it's important, why you saw me do it, so you don't forget and we can get it. And worst case, like, this will be the worst one you ever do. The next one you do will be better. It's not about the people watching you. It's about you guys, about us learning our voice. That's the most important thing. Someone the other day was upset about something I did. They're like, well, my dad always taught me to play nice. I was like, oh, well, my dad taught me to win. My goal for the next 3 years is if I can give you guys some tools and some things that'll help you to change more people's lives in your world, then for me, that's a huge win. What is that thing for your business? Like, what's the one huge domino that if you can knock that thing down, everything else becomes obsolete? You have to lead them to the answer, but you can't give it to them. They have to come up with the idea themselves. You plant the idea in their minds with a story, and if they come up with the answer, then they sold themselves.
He's a marketing genius. That's his brilliance.
Russell rhymes with funnel.
How to market, how to promote, and even how to sell.
He's here to help entrepreneurs create amazing lives.
And on a grand scale.
Hey, how are you guys doing today? I am streaming to you guys live from Mexico right now. We are at, I don't know if you can see it behind me, but we're at the Unlock the Secrets in Paradise Mastermind group with our 2 Comma Club X members, as well as our Inner Circle Atlas group. And it's been amazing. We've been here for the last couple of days with all the young entrepreneurs, the family members. It's been fun having my kids in the audience, learning about entrepreneurship. We've had a lot of really cool guest speakers teaching different things, like people teaching how to make money on eBay, other speakers talking about TikTok shops. We had actually a 17-year-old kid who showed how he's making money on TikTok shops without showing his face. Everything's done with just his hands. We had a camera, a whole bunch of other really cool youth speakers, as well as, some other speakers as well, some old speakers, the opposite of youth speakers, old speakers. Been really fun. In fact, if any of you guys are here in Mexico, in the comments, be like, what's up, we're in Mexico. And for everyone else who's at home, I wish you were here. Maybe next time in the future you can come with us to one of these amazing events. They're so much fun. Anyway, I'm actually here today coming live to you guys because, as you guys know, Funnel Hacking Live is like, I think we're like 90 something days away, which is crazy. It's Funnel Hacking Live International. It's the first time in the world we are going and streaming around the entire world. In fact, I think we sold like 1,800 tickets in Spain last weekend. So it's kind of fun. We're going Spain, Brazil, France, Germany, all over the world, Australia, Singapore, Malaysia. So we'll be streaming this Funnel Hacking Live out to everyone around the world. We have translated, a whole bunch of different languages, and it's going to be amazing. So if you already have your ticket FHL International, be like, I'm coming FHL, type in FHL if you already have your tickets. If you don't have your tickets yet, hopefully today we're going to push you over the edge, because today I'm going to be announcing one of our next speakers, which I'm really, really excited for. And so I'll give you a little backstory on who this speaker is. He's someone who I met, I don't even know how many years ago now, 3 or 4 or 5 years ago. I was watching what he was doing for a long time. Then he came into Inner Circle, into our Atlas group, and it's been really fun watching what he's doing in his business. One of the best salespeople I've ever seen, runs really cool events. Like in our group, he taught us how to use music to run events, but a whole bunch of really just a brilliant guy, great marketer, great entrepreneur, and excited to have him here. So our next speaker invite, I'm going to reveal him officially here, is Lamar Tyler. How you doing, man?
Hey, I'm doing great. Excited, too, about the opportunity to speak at Funnel Hacking Live.
Oh, I'm excited, too, man. Have you ever had your voice translated in like 10 different languages at once?
No, this will be interesting. Now, a lot of times people say they can't understand what I'm saying, so it's kind of similar, I guess, but definitely be a first time.
It'd be awesome. The first time I spoke at a Think It in Translate, I was in Rotterdam, a Tony Robbins event, and they had a room like this in the back. They had all these booths with translators, and I talk Russell speed, and the translators were freaking out, and the monitor kept popping up like, slow down, the translator can't keep up. I was like, I don't know how to slow down, but anyway, So anyway, I'm pumped to have you speak in this Funnel Hacking Live. Do you want to tell people a little more about your backstory and who you are and how you got here?
Sure. Again, right, my name is Lamar Tyler. Me and my wife Ronnie actually in business together, right? So didn't know that we're in business together. Been in business now for, I guess, 15, 16 years. And we actually started around marriage and family. Started with a blog, just a husband and wife in a small bedroom. But the blog took off. We had to learn how to create content. We had to learn how to be creative. We had to learn how to storytell, right? And in doing that, we also had to learn how to do events, because we started doing small little meetups. We started getting couples together for boot camps. We started doing documentary films and doing screenings and all these different things. And as people saw that grow, they said, hey, Lamar, hey, Ronnie, can you teach us how to do the same thing in business? And we started. But what we carried from the old business to the new business was that whole piece around events. And literally knowing how to do events, knowing how to sell and market events, getting people into the events, not go broke with events. If you do enough events, right?
You scared
a story about
yeah.
that, exactly, right? We learned so many different pieces of it that now we love to just share that story with folks.
I did not know that first part of that's how it started with the blog. I didn't know that part of the story.
Yeah, it totally did. We started December 2007 with a blog where we wanted to show positive examples of marriage and family. And the funniest thing, we'd only been married for 2 years at the time. So
hopefully this experiment goes well.
Exactly. But it totally helped us in so many different ways in business and our own relationship. And now, it's part of what we like to do is just pour into other people and show them all the things we learned the hard way over the years so they don't have to go through the hard process.
Yeah, that's so cool. So with your events, do you do virtual live events, all sorts of events, or what's your specialty?
All sorts of events, right? We do online challenges, we do summits, we've done, tons of webinars over the years, and we do 1,000-person in-person event. But the thing is a lot of times people overthink what an event is. They think that, hey, for me to do an event, I have to come and it has to look like Funnel Hacking Live, and most likely that ain't gonna happen. Yeah. But, just recently, we also did the total opposite. We went back to one of the things we used to do, which was in-person pop-up tours, where we would just, have a few weeks window to promote. We did 50 people per room. We did 8 different cities in 1 month.
Really?
And one of the things that blew my mind about it, I hadn't thought about it, is I said, hold up, we do the same thing again, next year, right? We get 10 cities. We could get 100 people per room. That's 1,000 people just like our conference, and probably spend 10% of the amount that we spend on the actual conference with ballrooms and lighting and rigging and AV when we just go into a room and impact the same amount of people. So for anybody that's coming to Funnel Hacking Live, there are levels to this thing, and you can find the level that's right for you and have success.
I want to do a pop-up tour now. Did you just promote this to your list, or how did you even promote something like that?
I promoted to the list, right? I segmented off people that were already customers and already buying from us. And when we went, 80% of the people in every single room of people that had never seen me in person.
Really?
They say, hey, I follow you, I watch you, I've been listening, but I never actually have seen you in person. And it was more important now than ever before, because now that there's so many people online that actually don't have their best interest in mind and aren't doing the right thing, they said, I wasn't sure if it was real. Mm-hmm. But when I got in the room with you, I found out you were real, I got to connect with you. And then the beauty of it too was that
so cool.
In that small room, 50, 60 people, I can connect in a way I can't when it's 1,000 in the room. Yeah. I can kind of find out what people are doing, what their business is, give them direct help that you can't do when you're on the stage. And it's just like, you see your front rows, and a lot of times the front rows are my clients anyway, so I can't really connect with people all the way in the back like I can in those small, intimate rooms.
Interesting. Were you selling at those smaller events or pushing to a bigger event? What was the...
Yeah, we
this
actually...
is besides the top. I'm just like now genuinely curious now.
Yeah, we actually offered one of our programs at the event.
Okay.
But in the past, like we've sold, we used to have agency model, but I didn't like doing this. I got a whole different story. But when we had an agency model, one of the easiest ways to sell it was to do small events and actually sell into our products and services into it. So service, you got a product, you got, programs or whatever, all of it can work. And that's the beauty of it. And then on the other end, we've got, in a few months, we also do high ticket incentives. So anywhere from like a low dollar thing that's maybe $50, $60, $70 to get people into, and we can sell a program out of, to an intensive that's $1,500 to $3,500, and we can sell a bigger program out of. It's all available. So events can work for so many different types of people if they just know the different types of events that's available and then find out where they fit.
Yeah, and how to structure them, how to run them, and all that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
So this year's Funnel Hacking Live, you're going to be talking about events and high ticket and stuff like that. Like, what are you planning on sharing with everybody this year? I know we're still a few months away, but you've been thinking about it?
Yeah, I have, right? What I want to talk about is some like the key fundamental pieces. I always tell people that you don't lose on an event at the end of the event. You lose in the beginning when you actually set the budget and the plan around it. So like, what are some of the things we do when we actually plan for the events? How do we get people actually into the events, which is the biggest thing? Because a lot of times, I think when people say, hey, you know, I want to do an event, they don't really take into practice like what it takes to actually get people to come. They think I'm just going to, you know, put this up. I got a page, everybody lands on it, and people buy. It doesn't really work like that. So I kind of want to go into some of the stuff we've learned over the years, best practices to get people into the events. And then, like, once you get them in, what do you do? How do you actually move them to that high ticket offer that you want to offer to them, and then give them the real benefit of the advantage of showing up? It's nothing like, I tell you all the time, nothing like a live event. Like getting people in the room, them feeling your energy and getting a real feel for who you are, nothing like it in the world.
Yeah, I think, I don't know if it's the same for you, but I'm doing an event, there's all the work leading up to it. Before we do, I'm never doing an event again. And then you get out there on stage, you see all the people. It's like we had this weekend, and like you get the hype, and now you're like, this is the greatest thing in the world. I'm doing it again next week. Like you just want to keep doing it, and it's awesome. So I'm pumped, man. I think, you know, people are doing more and more events in our community as a whole, but I think it's like, a lot of people are doing it wrong. They don't understand the nuances behind it, and I think the more we can train people to do it, like the more they can serve their audiences, the more money they can make, and the more impact they can have, which is the key of the whole reason why I do business, right?
It totally is, right? And I want people to realize too that even though it's so much opportunity online, it's still nothing like getting together. And we see it with Funnel Hacking Live all the time. It's nothing like getting together in person, in a room, and the connections that are made. And the community that's built as a result of it.
Yeah, so cool, so cool. Well, man, I'm pumped for having you finally speak. Like every episode on my dream list, you've been on it for a couple of years, like moving there, and like this year, it's like, oh, right here, this is where you're gonna fit perfectly. So I'm pumped for that, man. I'm excited to have you. Now, I heard you may be willing to throw in a speaker bonus for those who are on the edge, who are like trying to decide if they're going to jump in or not. What are you putting together for?
I did. I'm throwing out something that I normally don't sell. It's just inside of our programs. We've sold some of the other pieces to it, but never like the full piece of it. It's called my Live Event Masterclass. So in that Live Event Masterclass, I go over a lot of the things that you need to do before, during, and after. That'll give you the perfect base. If they can just get a hold of this before they come. If, you know, I'm still going to teach them a lot of great stuff on the stage. But it's even extra bonus. If they say, hey, I want to do an event, they get a hold of this before they come. Then what I'll teach actually at the event will layer on top of that, in addition to a lot of things that we've been doing over the last few months that we've seen is working right now. They'll be in a great position.
So cool. Well, thanks for throwing that in. So that'll be, if you already have a ticket, when you log in at funnelhackinglive.com, you log in there. Thank you. If you don't have a ticket yet, now is the time to get it because this bonus will not be here very long. It'll be amazing. I've learned so much stuff from Lamar. Like at our Atlas group, he shared one strategy showing with Magic Johnson, like a cool thing you did with him to get people to register and attend and turn ads. Like that was amazing. You talked about like using music to like run the room and get people the right motions. Like this guy's brilliant when it comes to events. I'm excited to see what he shares with me selfishly there, and then also for everybody else as well. For anyone thinking about coming who's on the line, what would you let them know?
You know, what I would tell you is that you have to get in the room. I feel like too many times people are kind of sitting on the sidelines trying to learn and get little pieces, you know, from the podcast, from social media, from, you know, like too many times people are watching the event happen on social and then trying to learn from what other people are saying. But you have to get in the room. I always tell folks, Ronnie and I, my wife, what we always say is that it took way too long for us to grow the business, and that's because we were trying to figure out everything on our own. And we were like step by step, like, you know, going a couple steps and bumped into something, going a couple steps and then making a major mistake and just wasting time in the process. How we stopped wasting time is when we got to events like Funnel Hacking Live, got in the room, learned exactly what we need to learn from people that are already doing it, and then we could take the shortcut. That's a shortcut to success every single time.
Yeah, I was the same way I started. I struggled and I got in rooms and I met people, got connected, and then everything else just shifted for me. So
can I add one more thing?
Yeah,
because this is one real life story, right, about Funnel Hacking Live. The thing that's different about Funnel Hacking Live is the community. And you know, it's a lot of great information. It's a lot of great experts. Like you said, like the people in the room make the room. And it was right after COVID. I was speaking at a huge marketing conference. And I went out to that conference and nobody was there. Like, you know, I was in a breakout room. The breakout room was 200-300 people. It was like 40 people in every breakout room that you sat in it. The main hall was set for like 7,000, and it might have been like 1,000 people, if that. I came to that Funnel Hacking Live, which was maybe like a month later, and the room was packed. And I was telling a friend that was with me at both events, the difference is community.
Yeah.
And, you know, not everybody can build community. That's what you guys have done a great dynamic job of doing. So when people really need to figure out, like, how can I grow? How can I move? Like, what's the things and aspects I need to get in business? The information is part of it. The other part is community. When you get those two together, that's when everything explodes.
Yeah. Awesome, man. So cool. All right, you guys, we heard it here first. Funnel Hacking Live is coming up in like 90-something days. So if you don't have your tickets yet, get them right now. Go to funnelhackinglive.com. I'm sure there's a link down below, or our team will throw a video up afterwards to kind of show you guys a trailer of the event. Make sure you're going to be there. It's going to be amazing. I'm really excited for this year again because we're going international. There's going to be people from all around the world there, which will make it even more special. And the fact that Lamar is speaking is even cooler. So there you go. It's going to be awesome, guys. Thanks, man. I appreciate you. And I'll see you in like 3 months at the event.
We'll be there.
And everyone else better be there as well. So thanks, you guys. We'll see you at Funnel Hacking Live. Let's go. In less than a decade, Funnel Hacking Live went from 600 attendees to over 5,000. We went from a cheap ballroom with a pinup sign to a full-blown rock concert. Funnels went from being like the secret underground strategy to becoming the industry standard. It's been so challenging and rewarding and transformational and
inspiring, mind-blowing, epic. Funnel Hacking Live is wild.
The Super Bowl of marketing events.
It's an experience.
It's electrifying.
freedom, magic.
It's lit.
It's unbelievable.
Oh my God.
Will change your life.
And now Funnel Hacking Live is coming to your home. For 9 years, Funnel Hacking Live has been an in-person event, which means if you weren't able to get flights and hotels and find a babysitter, you probably felt a little bit of FOMO. And we heard you. You are seen. We got so many messages from people who wanted us to go to Europe and to Asia and Australia and Antarctica. And I don't even know if that last one is even possible. But before we take it on the road, we want to bring FHL to everyone. So for the first time ever, we're going virtual, but not like this, not on Zoom. We're going virtual like this, in this huge 25,000 square foot stadium, wrapped in 360 degrees of Zoom walls, so we can see your beautiful faces, streaming in 4K, with the audio so crystal clear you can literally hear a pin drop. Hit it, Kenny. So no matter if you're in the Outback, if you're in your bed, or if you're in space, you're gonna have front row seats to world-class speakers teaching the most cutting-edge marketing strategies and networking with other like-minded entrepreneurs. This time, we're doing things differently. As you know, Funnel Hacking Live always has a framework, and this year's framework is all about the gap between where you are today and where you want to go. So day number 1 is all about going from 0 to 6 figures a year. You're gonna learn how to take your idea and get it online, how to build a funnel, how to write copy, and how to drive traffic with high-converting ads. Day number 2 then is all about going from 6 figures to 7 to win a 2 Combo Cup award. This is all about growing and scaling and starting to build your team. Day number 3 then, from going to 7 figures to 8 figures, this is where you start growing your funnels, right? Different funnels in your value ladder, executing, implementing the linchpin into your business, and a whole bunch more things so you can actually grow and scale. And then day number 4, this is where we're going from 8 figures a year to 9. This is about becoming the category king, claiming your throne so you can be the biggest business inside your market in your industry. Now, it doesn't matter what level you're at today, there's gonna be something specifically at Funnel Hacking Live for you this year, which is so exciting. Unless, of course, you're at 10 figures a year. And if that's the case, then you don't need to come to Funnel Hacking Live. I actually need to come to your event. So please, put on an event, I will get a ticket, and I'll be front row. So you don't speak much English?
No se preocupe, todo el evento se traducirá en vivo mientras se desarrolla el evento.
Oh, and to really sweeten the deal, for a limited time, when you get your tickets to Funnel Hacking Live International, you can also get an insane discount at Funnel Hacking Live 10 at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas, which is the largest venue and the craziest lineup. Seriously, it is gonna be insane. In fact, Miles' jobs literally depends on it. Now, you're worried you can't get a babysitter? Don't stress out. Bring your kids to the actual event. My guess is that most of them will actually become better funnel builders than you. What about if you have a court hearing or jury duty? Well, you probably shouldn't miss that. So don't wait, get your tickets right now. And I know you got a million things going on in your life. Everybody's busy, but I promise you, if you will give us 4 days, just 4 short days, where you show up and you participate full out every single day, I promise you, we will radically transform your business. It will probably even change your life. So if that's interesting to you, again, this event's happening September 4th through the 7th, directly into your home, your office, for you to change your life. Click the link down below and get your tickets to Funnel Hacking Live International today.